currently 4:17 a.m. We're up, ready to start the day. Today we gotta go to the gym. We're gonna be doing shoulders and chest, and then got some client calls to do later in the day. Gonna have a pretty productive day. So I wanna show you what it's like to have a day in my life, what I eat, what I go through, and more specifically, how I manage to stay lean throughout the year. Number one thing, first in the morning, one entire bottle of this water, because I'm out of water the entire night. Like, you don't drink through the 8 hours, 7 hours of your sleep. So it's very important you rehydrate, because that's why most people feel so poorly as soon as they wake up. And then when I go downstairs, you'll see I'll add salt and lemon water to hydrate even further. So recently I preferred fasting a little bit more than eating first thing in the morning, which is kind of what I used to do. But what's important though is as soon as I wake up, I need to get hydrated. Like I said, I drink that bottle of water. But most importantly than that is as soon as I come down here, first thing I get is water with lemon juice and then 3 or 4 cracks of pink Himalayan salt. Now the salt, lemon water is going to serve as electrolytes to help me refuel, because we just had a long night of no water, no hydration, time to fuel up and start to feel ready for the day. So here's that. This is better than Gatorade or anything else you could possibly have. I added a lot of lemon juice today on accident, but it is what it is. And then for digestion, every single day, I take 2 ounces aloe vera juice, caged greens, organic, and apple cider vinegar. This is not my favorite part of the morning routine, but it is an essential. So let's get it down. Whew. Delicious. I love the sun is out. It's about 6:30 right now. So what I'm gonna do is make the pre-workout meal, and then we're gonna be on our way to the gym. So normally I do something a little bit different, but I want to try something that I used to do back on my most recent cut that I haven't done in a long time, and that is a very simple, easy to make meal where I can just prep a ton at once. So what it is, it's kind of basic, but cook up some canned chicken. You're like, Jake, canned chicken's already cooked. I know. We're gonna season it and then put it on the pan. That way it actually marinates, makes it taste a lot better. And on top of that, we're gonna throw in 1 entire carton of egg whites, and then top it off with 1 ounce of cheese per serving. And this is gonna make 5 servings. I just did the math. It comes up to about 250 to 300 calories per serving for 46 grams of protein. So we're getting a boatload of protein. This stuff is super cheap because I get it from Sam's Club. And then it's almost like the building blocks for all my meals. I can just have that, and then I just need a little bit of carbs for my pre-workout, post-workout meal. For the rest of my day, it's just kind of whatever I want will fit in there, because I know I'm gonna hit my protein goal, and I'm gonna have a lot of extra calories to fit in whatever I want. What I like most about this meal is it takes barely any time whatsoever, because the chicken's already cooked. All you gotta really wait for is for the egg whites to actually cook, and then you just put it away. It's super simple, impossible to mess up, and tastes pretty good too. I used to do it with low part skim, fat-free mozzarella cheese, which tasted pretty good. Now I'm trying it with Colby Jack cheese, slightly higher in calories, but doesn't really matter because it's a negligible amount. Hopefully it still tastes good. I mean, I believe it will. There's no reason why it wouldn't. But so this is my pre-workout meal. So I want carbs before my workout to give me energy going into the workout, and then afterwards I'm gonna pack one of these also with a little bit of carbs as well to kind of refuel, get my energy back, right? But besides that, I mean, for the rest of my day, it's more just like, if I feel like I need more carbs and more sustainable energy, then I'll throw in some rice cake chips, like those kinds that are pretty good. I can throw in bread if I want, literally anything, because I have my calorie limit of about 2,500 calories right now, 2,600. It's not super intense. It's not a lot. It's not like, well, I mean, it is a lot. It's not like super low and hard to hit. So having this covers almost all my bases, which is super nice. All right, throw in some paprika, red pepper flakes, and a little bit of Cajun seasoning. This stuff is pretty hot though. I like hot stuff, but like usually if I put too much, it's like unenjoyable if I put too much of this stuff. But so I'm putting just a smidge today. All right, all the chicken is now mashed up, seasoned. We got the cheese here, 140 grams. We got an entire carton. These mini egg whites. Let's get them out. I also like that this becomes seasoned, so it doesn't just taste like pure egg white. It actually tastes pretty good. Picks up with the chicken pretty well. I guess you could consider this a very animal-based sort of meal, but very nice. All right, we've got all 5 divvied up into 180 grams each. Obviously, like, it looks scary, but it's gonna taste really good. I'm adding 2 rice cakes as well for some carbs. And as a bonus, we have 100 grams of blueberries, 100 grams of strawberries we're gonna have before the gym as well. It's gonna help us give us a good pump, hydrate us, give us all the nutrients we need for the day and the workout. So I'm currently on a lean bulk. I'm 182 pounds right now. This is how the midsection is looking. Like, there's still definition when I flex, but like, relax, it's really not much at all. And that's okay, because I'm like, say 19, almost 20% body fat. But the point is now I want to start kind of trickling back down to a point where I get to like, okay, 15, closer to 10. And the end goal by this summer is to be about 9 to 11, 10% body fat in the summer. So I took my shirt off, obviously super lean, have all the veins and everything. But like, I like being in a bulk like this because like, I fill out so well. Like, look at this Lorna Shore shirt I got the other day. The arms hug really well. And because I have this extra size, a little bit of extra fluff or mass, I just really like how I fit in the clothes. But more importantly, like, I got rid of the belly when I was skinny fat and out of shape. And that's what training does. Like, you just feel good in clothes. Like, certain shirts you'll put on and be like, I really enjoy how this looks. This is one of the biggest things for me when I actually made the change. So I just took all my vitamins, and obviously with the meal in the morning, I had a lot of nutrients already given to me, but I'm taking DHEA and what's called Tonka Ali, which I just ran out of to boost my testosterone naturally. Fiber gummies, fish oil, omega-3, super important for heart health, L-glutamine for digestion, magnesium for bone and muscle health, D3 for bone health, multivitamin to cover everything else, and a probiotic for my gut health. This stuff makes me feel insanely good. Because you can drink alcohol, you can smoke weed, you can scroll social media, you can binge eat on bad food all day, right? But you'll never feel as good as you do when you're actually full of nutrients. You have everything your body actually needs. That's what your body wants, and it wants to reward you with dopamine and feeling good. So when you have all the proper nutrients, that's an unmatched feeling that you don't really get from anything else. It's a new, different kind of high. Think about alcohol, for example. It's one of the worst carcinogenics, causes cancer directly. We know that for a fact. Makes you feel horrible afterwards. You're poisoning yourself, tricking your body, and afterwards, like, it's similar like getting bit by a venomous snake. Not that you're gonna die, but it's making your body feel nauseous, feel different, altered, and then later you feel horrible because of it. Ruins your health, right? Yeah, you do feel good, but like this stuff, there's no crash, there's no come down. You're just giving your body exactly what it wants, exactly what it needs. Same thing with the workout. After you do a hard workout, maybe you've experienced this yourself. This is one of the things that kept me in the gym for a long time was after a workout, I'd feel super replenished. And I loved that feeling because I was like, I just did something great for myself, had a good time, pushed myself hard, and now I feel relieved afterwards. But we're going to the gym. This is the fit. Wearing the Bapestas today. What do you think? About to go crush some shoulders and chest. Finished the workout, checking out the pump in the car mirror. Why do the veins always look better in the car window compared to real life? All right, so for the post-workout a couple hours ago, I had the egg whites and the chicken that we made this morning with 3 rice cakes like we prepped. And then I just got a lot of work done creating more client dashboards. I have a client call here in about 8 to 10 minutes. But in the meantime, super hungry, so we're having broccoli and chicken. We've got 6 ounces of chicken and 4 ounces of broccoli. I made it earlier, but just put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. I have 3 client calls later today, so that'll be fun. Tuesdays are usually my days where I take one-on-one client calls and help coach them to see what they need, see where I can help them the most, see what parts they're struggling with, and specifically help them grow. Benny, saw what's going on?
I don't know, it's a lot of emotions, man. A lot of crazy things happen.
We're gonna kind of settle that up on this call, but before I get into that, I want to explain like why I felt like this was necessary. I want to make everything better whenever I can, and I also want to guarantee results. Like, how can I make it impossible for anyone to like possibly mess up, make it like super streamlined? So 3 big kind of things are put into place now. So first, we're gonna set you up with a new direct dashboard so you can visualize like how far your progress is and what kind of things you need to get done to progress to the next level. And then 2, I completely revamped all the video modules to be more applicable.
Everything is okay.
And then I'll have you log your food. Let's do that right now. Just log at least one thing so that way you understand how to do it. All right, so it's been a long day. I've taken a lot of calls. Took one from 2 to 3, and then from 4 to 6 was on calls. And now I'm having another serving of this. It's delicious, keeps me full. I'm a little bit hungry. I still have to get my cardio done. I should be in bed by 7:30 p.m. It's currently 6:10. I still got a lot of stuff to do, but I'm going to get done regardless. That's my level of resilience and consistency and dedication to the craft of no matter what, I'm going to create content to grow my business further, give you guys more helpful advice, and grow even further, make this video. I get it done regardless. That's just kind of the mentality I take with it. I know, like, if I can get things done and push myself to a level of effort every single day, that's going to come back to me in some way, shape, or form. Financially, my physique, spiritually, whatever. It's going to come back. So I'm willing to put this work in every single day because I know that 1, I'm worth it, and 2, that you guys are worth it as well, to give you guys all this free information and help you guys out the most. Going on a walk, ending off this beautiful day in a fun way. Still got to go back, still got to make my content, but getting it done regardless. I know that every single day I'm like, if I can walk 15 minutes, I know it's going to benefit me. 1, my mental health, 2, my physical health, my cardio, and fat loss as well for the summer. So like, it's a good habit to have. And I was like, 15 minutes is really not in the grand scheme a lot, especially because I started doing, online fitness coaching for over a year now. Being inside, it's easy to forget about the sun, forget about going outside. You're like, oh, well, I'm just working, I'm grinding, I'm working hard. You feel like you don't need it until I get outside and I'm like, oh shit. Like, as soon as I came outside and I saw the sky, I saw the sun, I was like, oh yeah, I needed this. As soon as I came out, and I was like, it's a break like no other. Like, I'll give myself breaks and I'll be like, okay, let me just lay on the bed and scroll social media for like 15 minutes and then get back to work. But like, that's not a real break. Like, my brain doesn't feel relaxed after that, but I feel relaxed and more chill when I go on a walk outside. Even though I don't initially want to, it's giving myself that little push of like, every single day, it's gotta happen. It's easy, it's only 15 minutes. So you look at like, what motivated me was like looking at my screen time on my phone and being like, shit, dude, like, I'm spending too long doing things that I can't do and then making excuses for not doing something that takes 15 minutes. Like, that doesn't make sense. So I had this crazy thought the other day about like how when you grow up, things become more and more distant and become weird or just like a part of a certain decade that are no longer relevant. Like, for example, I was having a memory about going to the library and burning CDs. That was just a part of my childhood, and I realized kids are never going to experience that. And I bet my parents and their parents probably feel the same way about older stuff. Like, well, I remember I was still old enough for VHS tapes back when that was a thing. But like Walkmans, I hear about that pretty often. I didn't grow up with that, but same kind of thing. And so what I was doing is like the idea of listening to old music on CDs. Like, I love collecting CDs. I collect a lot of CDs, especially for the music I like. It was around 2000s and 2010. So like, of course, a lot of CDs for those stuff. And I love like the Vans Warped Tour. I like metalcore and kind of stuff like that. It was that kind of genre of music. So I realized I looked at my local library and they had these CD compilations of Vans Warped Tour artists and stuff for like the actual certain year, like 2010, 2011, 13, 15, 2008, 2007, all that stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a 2010 Warped Tour compilation CD Got one off Amazon, used condition, but worked well. Got it and been playing that in my car. And it's really cool to get in my car and be like, okay, I don't have to make a decision on what I listen to. It's almost like the radio, but it's like stuff I like. I don't like listening to the radio, but it's like most of the music. I only know probably like 40% of the songs on the CDs, but it's cool because it's similar bands and like new recommendations and stuff I might not have normally heard regardless. But the thing was, I was enjoying it. I listened to the entire second CD, but not the first one because it didn't have any people I knew, things I liked as much, but I liked exploring new music, right? And the thing I was thinking of, I was looking at the other ones as well, the other years, because I bought 2010. It was pretty good. And I'm like, okay, let me look at the other ones. I found out 2011 had a lot of really good bands, really good songs as well. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm going to buy it. And I bought it on Amazon. It's like $10, it doesn't cost that much. Like, money's not a problem, especially for $10, absolutely nothing. But then I realized, I was like, I barely even listened to the entire first CD yet out of the two that I got, because it came in a bundle of two. I'm like, I need to fully enjoy and be grateful for this first one that I bought, listen to it, fully understand it, and then reward myself for the second one rather than buying 2011 just because I can, because I'm an adult, right? As a kid, when you have an allowance or a Christmas gift, you can't just buy stuff randomly. Like, I don't know what kind of parents you had, but like my parents would not just buy me random shit. Like either I had to earn it or it had to be some special occasion, something like that. So I realized that kind of goes away when you become an adult. That instant gratification becomes more normalized. And I realized, I was like, no, let me hold this off till I have some sort of goal. And then I was like, okay, next client I sign, then I can get it. Same kind of thing of like bringing it back to when you were a kid. Like you had to either get really good grades, do something good, or have it be a holiday. So it was special. Because if you buy something and get it instantaneously, or you're rewarded instantaneously, it doesn't teach you hard work whatsoever. And I was like, as an adult, I have that freedom to just, buy things whenever I want. If I can prolong that and push back the gratification, it's going to make me work even harder, give me something to look forward to as well. So I'm going to work even harder towards my goals to get that small thing. And so what I did, I went on Amazon, I canceled the CD. I was like, nope, don't send it to me, even though it was like $10. Don't. Not until I achieve the goal I set out for myself. So think about that with your fitness or whatever goal you're trying to achieve in your life right now. What is one thing you can do to prolong that success? Maybe instead of getting a cheat meal or going out to fast food, be like, okay, let me do that when I achieve this good thing. Because like, going out to eating bad food, going out to a nice restaurant, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. Like you can still fit that into your calories and macros, as you know. But it's more like, instead of giving into that all the time, how can you prolong that system to reward yourself for doing hard work, to push yourself to do the hard things that need to get done? Because if you're always rewarding yourself for the bare minimum, how do you expect to put in more than the bare minimum effort if you're not getting rewarded for it whatsoever? You see what I mean? 7:15 p.m. right now. At 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, I have to train a client. I have to have at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow, like usual. I need to be asleep by 7:30 p.m., which is in 15 minutes, asleep to get a full 8 hours nights of sleep. It's probably not going to be happening, but I'm still getting myself and I'm still writing out my goals. I literally just wrote down, I will walk 15 minutes every day. I will make 100 YouTube videos this year. Still writing down my goals every single day, no matter what, no matter how I feel. I do feel extremely tired. Don't know if it's a long day or if I'm getting sick. My nose has been kind of runny lately. Maybe it's a sign that I'm getting sick. My Google Calendars give me a notification. Go to sleep in 15 minutes because I have a reminder set up. But even though I'm not getting a full night's rest of sleep, I'm still getting the stuff I need to done every single day. It's just about consistency and getting it done no matter what. This is really like, I'm not perfect. I'm literally just a guy, but like, I don't want to give myself any excuses whatsoever because I want to achieve my goals actively every single day, and I'm doing the actions required to get to the next level. And that may seem bizarre depending on where you're at, that I wake up as early as I do, that I do this stuff every single day, that I go on a walk, that I eat this healthy, that I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. But it's just about slowly building up to it. Like, the gym has been years of consistency for me. It just stacked on top of each other. I loved the process. And that's what helped me the most, was actually falling in love with weightlifting, enjoying what I did in the gym, no matter if I got results or not. Because I was like, if I go and get a pump, I like that feeling. I like learning, I like going, and even though I started going with a friend, and then when I came down to do it on my own, I was nervous. I was like, am I going to feel confident? Is everyone going to look at me? I don't really know what I'm doing. It's okay if I don't know what I'm doing with someone else, but like, when I'm by myself, people are going to judge me. I still went regardless and built up just the habit of just going no matter what, no matter how I felt, no matter how awful I feel. Tomorrow, I have a busy ass day again. But am I going to let that be an excuse to let me not go to the gym? Absolutely not. You will see me on my Instagram story posting, I'm in the gym, I'm making it today. What are you doing today? It's about challenging and just pushing yourself to the next level, see what you're truly capable of, because all of our limitations just exist in the mind. So little of it is physical. The people in this world who have walked this earth, who have had the real physical limitations, think about the slaves that built the pyramids, right? That's a ton of work. They were not getting paid a single dollar. They are being pushed to their physical limits, barely being fed, barely being hydrated, moving all those bricks and stacking them up one by one for absolutely no pay, no real purpose whatsoever except to just build the pyramids. That was their entire life. They are pushed to the physical limits. Us, we're so grateful to be in a society where our biggest problem is, oh, I work 10-hour days. I work 8-hour days. I had a 12-hour shift on Saturday. Oh my goodness. I stood up and took orders, or I was in the office all day sitting down in front of a screen. We are so grateful for the position that we're in. You should open your eyes and realize all the limitations are just the ones we set for ourselves in our own mind. And I mean, this is coming from a place of experience. Like, this was for me, like, and I just told you in the gym, I used to be like that, or like, I used to tell myself, like, well, I can't lose weight. I'm just built differently. It's my genetics. Has to be something, because I felt like I tried so much. But in reality, I looked with retrospect, I hadn't tried enough. That was a real thing. I felt like I tried everything. I tried the keto. I tried the carnivore. I tried the 1 meal a day. I tried the at-home workouts. And I was like, nothing is working. I just must be completely different than everybody else. And I promise you, you are not. Your body will still align with the laws of thermodynamics and abide with everything. You just have to actually have the consistency to just start and do some level of effort every single day. If I were to not do my 15-minute walk, I mean, I just did 30 minutes. The other night before, I did 45 minutes, or maybe probably close to an hour, because I was just having a good time. Felt good. Not as tired as I was today. But if I'm like, okay, if for some wild, odd reason I'm not able to get 15 minutes, I'd probably wouldn't happen, but I'd like, say I procrastinated a lot, I can only go out for 5 minutes. You know damn right I'm doing that 5 minutes rather than give in to my temptation and be like, oh no, I'm just going to completely relax, not do anything at all. Because that's what leads to consistency in the wrong way. Because consistency builds with habits, right? If you stop doing a habit that you know is good for you, it's going to be a lot easier to stay consistent with not doing it than it would be just stay consistent doing it. So as soon as you fall off, it's like you have to gain more momentum to get back on. But that doesn't mean stop. If you do quit, if you go over 1 day of calories, get back on a horse the next day and keep riding it out so you don't lose the habit of that. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'll have a link in the description where you can book a call with me to see if you're a good fit to become one of my clients, and we can work one-to-one together, help you achieve your fitness goals with a specific plan I built through my own routine and my experience and everything specifically for you. So if that's interest, click the link in the description. It'll ask you a few questions. Check those through, and then we'll see if you're a good fit. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. I'm going to go to sleep.